Well, it all comes down to this. Welcome to the Retro Bowl Finals. And our matchup here today is between two California Dreamin' teams, as today the San Francisco 49ers play against the Los Angeles Chargers in a game to be crowned as Retro Bowl champions. Let's take a look at how these teams have gotten here. First, the San Francisco 49ers. They finished the regular season with a 7-2-1 record. They won their first two games of the year, and then they tied the Arizona Cardinals in Week 3. But then after that, they rebounded against the Seattle Seahawks in Week 4. And then they surprisingly got blown out in Week 5 against the New Orleans Saints, losing that game 38-19. And the following week, they defeated the Los Angeles Rams, and then they lost the rematch to the Arizona Cardinals in one of the most entertaining games of the season. They lost 40-37, but after that, they have won every game since. They won their last 3 games of the regular season. They earned the 5 seed in the NFC. And they have defeated the New Orleans Saints, the Arizona Cardinals, and the Philadelphia Eagles in the postseason to get to this point here today. Meanwhile, for the Los Angeles Chargers, they've also only lost 2 games this season, as they finished the regular season with an 8-2 record. They won the first game of the season against the Denver Broncos, but in the following week, they lost to the Raiders in overtime. Then after that, they won 5 straight games, all by 1 possession. And then in Week 8, they surprisingly lost to the Tennessee Titans, one of the worst teams in the league, in overtime. That was one of the bigger upsets of the season, but since then, they have won the rest of their games, including the final 2 games of the regular season, and 3 playoff games against the Miami Dolphins, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now it's time to play the final game of the season. Who will win it all? Will it be the 49ers, or will it be the Chargers? Well, it's time to find out. And we are ready for kickoff here in the Retro Bowl Finals between the 49ers and the Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers will get the football first at their own 35-yard line, first down and 10. They will start with a pass over the middle that is complete for the first down, and he gets away into 49ers territory. What a start to this game. He is in the clear. Can they catch him inside the 20? Still going to the 10. To the 5, and he will score! What a start to this game! 65 yards! And the Chargers off to an electric start early in this one. What a start for the Chargers offense. On the very first play of the game, they take it to the house. It can't get any better than that from a Chargers perspective to start a game here in the Retro Bowl Finals. How about that? Crazy start to this game as the extra point is good. Just like that, the Chargers find the end zone and they're already on the scoreboard. They lead 7-0. How crazy is that? And all of a sudden, the 49ers are facing a lot of pressure here early in this game. Their offense on the field already down 7-0. Let's see what the 49ers can do now as pressure's coming and it's intercepted. An unbelievable start to this game for the Los Angeles Chargers. Oh my goodness. On the first play offensively, they take it to the house, and now on the first play defensively, they force the interception from the 49ers quarterback. See, pressure's coming, forces a dangerous pass, and a defender right there to pick off the football. What a start to this game for the Los Angeles Chargers. And now they will take over in 49ers territory at the 42-yard line. How crazy of a start is this? And now they will run the ball, and it's a nice run. Not quite enough for the first down. It's going to be 2nd and inches. Jeez, the running back almost outran the entire defense right there. Luckily for the 49ers, you see that defender barely able to trip him up. 2nd down in inches. Here is the toss, and that will be easily enough for the first down past the 30. Yeah, Chargers defense has been spectacular all season long, giving their offense a lot of short fields. See if the Chargers offense can take advantage of this opportunity. First down. Here's the pass over the middle. It is complete. He gets a nice block. And there he goes inside the 10. Still going. And brought down inside the 5. A gain of 26 yards. And that's going to set up first and goal. 49ers decide to blitz. 3 guys go after the quarterback. But the quarterback handles the pressure well. Able to get rid of it. Gets a nice block. And a nice play to the 4-yard line. First and goal for the Chargers. This pass to the running back for the touchdown. And the Chargers add on to their lead. Yeah, just an easy pass to the running back. A quick, simple pass, an easy touchdown. What a start to this game for the Los Angeles Chargers. They are already up 13-0. Make that 14-0 as the extra point sails through the uprights. And from a 49ers perspective, I mean, this is a devastating way to start a game. Yeah, definitely is, but obviously it's still early. 49ers still have a ton of time to come back. They're going to get very poor field position to start this drive at their own 18-yard line. First down for San Francisco. That pass is complete, and he will get a block for the first down. Broken tackle. He is in the clear. Past midfield. What a crazy first quarter this has been, as he will take it all the way to the 24-yard line, a pickup of 58 yards. Oh my goodness, what a crazy game this has been so far. Look at this. He goes right in between his own guy and the defender. You don't often see that. I mean, that was kind of crazy, but able just to sneak by the defender and get a ton of yards after the catch for the first down. Again, San Francisco kind of needs to score on this drive just to get back into this game. First down for San Francisco. He waits. He fires over the middle. It is complete. There's a nice move, and he will get a first down, picking up 12 yards to about the 13-yard line. I see the quarterback right here surveying the field. Pretty good protection from the offensive line. Able to locate an open receiver. A nice move right there to maneuver around the defender and pick up the first down. Looking, firing, and it is caught, and he will find his way in for the touchdown. And the 49ers get on the board. A must-needed score for the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to be most likely playing catch-up the entire game, but at least they are on the board, and now they're only down by 1 score. Kicker now on to attempt the extra point. It is good, so it's back to a 7-point game. 14-7, the Chargers still lead, but a huge score for San Francisco. A lot has happened in this first quarter here in this Retro Bowl Finals. Chargers offense back on the field. They will start this drive at their own 38-yard line. First down for the Chargers. He waits. He fires. It is complete. Wide open. First down into Niners territory. What a stiff arm. And there he goes. Past the 30. Can they catch him? It's a foot race. Inside the 20. To the 10. To the 5. And finally brought down. A pickup of 58 yards to end the first quarter. Oh my goodness, there's been so many explosive plays in this first quarter. My goodness, that receiver was just wide open. What a stiff arm right there. And then he breaks the tackle. And he takes it all the way inside the 5. What a play. And that's going to set up the Chargers in a great position to add on to their lead as we move into the second quarter. Well, that was a pretty fun first quarter. No kidding. End of the first quarter. An electric start to this game between the Chargers and the 49ers. All right, we start the second quarter. The Chargers in the red zone. They're at the 4-yard line. First down and goal. They're trying to add on to their lead. He waits. He fires. End zone incomplete. And that feels like a missed opportunity right there. Jeez, that should have been an easy touchdown. This is just a straight-out drop by the receiver. Maybe the pass was just a little bit high, but that's definitely a catch that the receiver should make. Second and goal for the Chargers. They're looking end zone once again. Firing! Intercepted! Intercepted in the end zone by the Niners. Oh my goodness, a huge interception from San Francisco. And they prevent the Chargers from adding on to their lead. And my goodness, all of a sudden, San Francisco has a chance to tie this game. A huge interception in the end zone. And that first and goal play that the receiver should have caught is looming large. So San Francisco, we're off to a terrible start in this game. Now they're back on track, it feels like. This pass is complete for an 8-yard gain. This game has been nuts so far. Yeah, it feels like a lot has happened in this game. Each team has turned the ball over once. It's been a lot of big explosive plays. 49ers obviously here looking to tie the game. Second down and 2. Here is the run, and he will get the first down, picking up 3 yards. San Francisco, the 5 seed in the NFC. Even though they had a 7-2-1 record, but that's because the Arizona Cardinals won that division. So that's why the 49ers had to earn a wildcard spot. Even with the pretty good record, first down for San Francisco. He will fire over the middle. It is complete. It's another first down, and he will pick up 12 yards. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they finished 8-2. They won the AFC West. They earned the 2 seed. Pretty much been favorites in all games here in the playoffs, and they've won them all by one score, but obviously pretty much every game this playoffs has been a one-score game. First down. Pass to the right side of the field is complete. He makes a move. Nice open field tackle right there to prevent the receiver from getting the first down. They'll go tackle right there. You see a quick pass to the right side of the field. Too bad the other receiver was unable to block any defenders right there. Second and 2. Here is the toss. Good tackle made. Only getting about a half a yard right there, and it's going to set up a third down situation for San Francisco. It looks like the Chargers defense is starting to improve. Obviously, they got the interception early, but on the last drive, they allowed a big explosive play from San Francisco. Third down and 2. This pass will be completed, and that is the running back who turns upfield, makes the catch, and picks up the first down. Yeah, you see the running back comes out of the backfield, and he's wide open. And a nice executed play call right there for the first down. They're now at the 34-yard line. First down for the Niners. Here is the run up the middle. Here's a nice stiff arm bouncing off defenders. And he will take it to the 30-yard line, picking up 4 yards. There's a nice run up the middle. Powering his way to the 30-yard line right there. This has been a long, sustained drive for San Francisco so far. Second down and 6. This pass will be completed. He gets a nice block past the 20 and a pickup of 12 yards as we are now under a minute to go here in this first half. Yeah, it's good for San Francisco to keep the Chargers offense off the field. And Chargers aren't going to have a lot of time to respond here in this first half, so that's good news from a Niner perspective. First down. He waits, he fires, and it is complete inside the 10. And that's going to set up first and goal for San Francisco. Yeah, the Niners continue to move the ball very well down the field on this drive. That's a nice block right there by his fellow teammate and able to pick up the first down. First and goal, they're at the 8-yard line, trying to punch this in. And it is caught for the touchdown! And an extra point away from tying the game. You see on the top of your screen, the receiver runs a beautiful route and in for the touchdown. And now an extra point away from tying the game. I mean, the 49ers were off to a disastrous start, but now they have a chance here to tie the game. Extra point is good, and the 49ers have now scored 14 unanswered points to come back and tie this game before halftime. There's only 27 seconds to go before we get to halftime. I'm not going to leave the Chargers that much time to do anything here, but they will try to get some points nonetheless. First down for the Chargers. The pass to the right side of the field is complete. And, oh my goodness, he stiff-armed him, and he runs out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That was a very weird play. It certainly was, because it looked like the 49er defender was right on his heel. I don't know why he didn't attempt to make a tackle till very later on in the play, but anyway, it's a first down for the Chargers, and they might be able to come away with some points here before halftime. Chargers still have all 3 timeouts. First down. The pass is complete. He gets a nice block. Pass to 30. Broken tackle. There he goes. He will take it to the 10. Time will run out, so he better score, and he will score. Touchdown. And the Chargers, they started the first half with a bang, and they end the first half with a bang. 41 yards. Oh my goodness, he barely got into this end zone. This was a risk. He could have gone down, and they could have kicked a field goal, but he wanted to score. He barely crossed the goal line, in for the touchdown. And how about the Chargers scoring before halftime? It didn't feel like they were going to have any time to do anything. They proved us wrong. Extra point is good, so the Chargers make it a 7-point lead at the half. What a very entertaining first half that was here in the Retro Bowl Finals. It's been very entertaining, an offensive game between two California teams, the 49ers and the Chargers. All right, we're ready to kick off this second half. The 49ers getting the ball to start the second half at their own 32-yard line. On their last drive, they had a long sustained drive looking for something similar. That run goes for no yardage. I'm not much sure. The 49ers did run the ball quite a bit on the last drive. Lots of short yardage runs, but you got to have runs longer than that. Second down and 10. They look to throw on this play. This pass is dangerous, but it gets there for the first down past midfield and a pickup of 19 yards. My goodness, that was dangerous. 49er quarterback has already thrown an interception in this game. It was actually his very first throw of the game. Jeez, that was dangerous. What a throw, though. To thread the needle and able to connect with his receiver for the first down. In this run, losing yardage, tackled behind the line of scrimmage. You got the Chargers all over the running back on this play. Back at the 49-yard line. Second down and 12. Pressure's coming. Needs to get rid of it. He does, but it's intercepted! And the Chargers will take over. The second interception of the game from the 49ers quarterback. And it's almost identical to the first interception as the Chargers bring pressure from the bottom of your screen, kind of like the first interception that they were able to force. And a good job by the Chargers defender to cut the route, pick off that football. And the Chargers are going to get very good field position here early in this third quarter. And they have a chance to add on to their lead. See what they will do here. They will run the ball, tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah. Even though it's been a high-scoring game, both defenses have made big plays at times. So you got to love that in this game. Second down and 11. Looking to throw. Nobody open yet. We're at a standstill. And now he fires down the field, but it's a little bit low. And it's going to be third down. Yeah, definitely a standstill. Pretty good coverage downfield. The offensive line, though, for the Chargers did an excellent job. So gave the quarterback an infinite amount of time. And unfortunately, that pass just a little bit low. Incomplete. Third down and 11 for the Chargers. Huge play in the ball game. He fires over the middle. Not quite enough for the first down. So it's going to be fourth down and short. Yeah, they're in 49er territory now, so they're not allowed to punt the ball. Again, if you're new to Retro Bowl, you're not allowed to punt the football in opponent's territory, so I think they got to go for it here. It's going to be fourth down and a short 2 for the Chargers. He will fire, and it is complete for a huge first down, bouncing off defenders and picking up 14 yards. Big first down indeed to keep the drive alive. Keep the 49ers offense off the field. And even though the 49ers have already come back from a 2-score deficit, if the Chargers can make this a 2-score game once again, it's going to make the 49ers' lives a whole lot more difficult. They will run the ball on first down. There's a nice stiff arm pass to 30. What a run this is for the first down. And a 15-yard run inside the 20. And they take it in the red zone. Yeah, beautiful run right here by the running back. Making defenders miss. Beautiful stiff arm. Chargers are in a prime position now to make this a 2-score game. First down. We're still in this third quarter. It's another nice run. This time it will go for 4 yards. Brought down at the 15-yard line. And for the Chargers at this point, they've already thrown a red zone interception. They want to make sure they don't do the same here. 2nd down and 6. Looking to throw. He fires. It is complete. Past the 5. And he will take it to the 1. 1st and goal for the Chargers with a pickup of 14 yards. Good job by the quarterback. Surveying the field. Great protection from the offensive line. And able to locate an open receiver. And picks up the 1st down at the 1-yard line. 30 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. 1st down and goal for the Chargers. Here is the toss. Can he find his way in? Yes, he can. Goes untouched in for the touchdown. The Chargers add on to their lead. And the 49ers, I did mention this earlier, they're going to be playing catch-up the entire game, but they're going to have to come back from another 2-score deficit like they did in the first half. I mean, they've already done it. That's the good news. But the bad news is they got to do it again. Extra point is good, 28-14 in favor of Los Angeles. 49ers are in a whole lot of trouble here. Down by 14. Now San Francisco looking to come back from 2 scores once again. So they will start to drive their own 34-yard line. 1st down, 49ers. The pass is complete to the right side of the field. Bouncing off defenders into Chargers territory. And a beautiful play right there for the 1st down. Yeah, that was a beautiful play indeed, as you see right here. Quick pass to the right side of the field. And geez, that's just bad tackling from the Chargers right there. This will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 2 seconds to go. This pass will be completed. There's a broken tackle. He has enough for the 1st down. And to pick up a 14 yards past the 35-yard line. Yeah, Chargers missing a few tackles here on this drive. The 49ers try to get back into this game and make it a 1-score game. We're at the end of the 3rd quarter. The Chargers are 3 minutes away from being crowned as Retro Bowl champions. Alright, time to start the 4th quarter, potentially the last quarter in this Retro Bowl season. What a season it's been. The 49ers hoping that the season is a little more dramatic as they try to come back in this game. Pressure and taken down. Back at the 40. Yeah, I didn't have that much time to get rid of this football. Great coverage down the field. No receiver open. And unfortunately, he has to take a sack. Not what they were looking for on that play. So back to the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 15. San Francisco desperately needs to score. The pass is complete. About a half a yard short of the 1st down. So it's going to set up 3rd and inches. Yeah, huge play from the Niners just to get a lot of the yardage back. He almost got all the yardage back. 3rd down and short now. See what the play call is here. 3rd and inches. They will run the ball. And he gets the 1st down, picking up 4 yards. But that clock continues to wind. 49ers are starting to run out of time. Yeah, and obviously do not want to rely on an onside kick. So I think they have to score really in the next 20 seconds. 1st down for the Niners. The pressure's coming. Gets rid of it. And it is intercepted! The 3rd interception of the game from the Chargers defense. And this one might be the dagger. Another interception by the Chargers defense right there. Let's take a look at what the quarterback was seeing on this play. Well, he was under pressure, so this was really just a desperation ball. Threw into double coverage. There were 2 receivers in the area, but I've said this in the past. From an offensive perspective, I'd rather have a 1-on-1 matchup than a 2-on-2 matchup. So the Chargers, the turnovers have been costly for San Francisco in this game. And all the Chargers have to do is run out the clock and they will be Retro Bowl champions. This run somehow got away as he wrestled his way past a couple defenders right there, picking up 8 yards. Yeah, he certainly did. I don't know how he got away from 2 defenders right here. Actually, 3 defenders. How about that? Reminder, you cannot call timeouts defensively in Retro Bowl. 2nd and 2. Here is the run up the middle. And he has the 1st down, and the Chargers will continue to wind this clock. Another big 1st down for the Chargers. San Francisco's in a whole lot of trouble here. I think it's safe to say that. Well, especially because the Chargers are at their own 25-yard line. Even though it's bad from a field position standpoint, they have a long way to go, which means they might chew more clock. Yeah, if the 49ers don't stop them here. The 49ers really have to stop the Chargers here on this series. And then hope that they get a miracle. And they would need a touchdown, then an onside kick, and then a touchdown again. We have still not had a successful onside kick recovery all season long. Pretty hard to believe. 2nd down and 3. They look to throw on this play. This pass is incomplete. It looked like the receivers got in the way of each other, and it's going to be 3rd down. Yeah, that's unfortunate. 2 receivers in the area, actually 3 receivers in the area, unable to make the catch right there. 3rd down and 3 for the Chargers. 49ers bringing pressure. Gets rid of it, and it falls incomplete. And the Chargers will have to give the football back to San Francisco. Yeah, pretty good coverage down the field. Great defense from San Francisco right there, both up front and in the secondary. And they're going to get the football back, and this is really their last chance. It's the first punt of the game, but there's only 1:11 to go. So the 49ers at this point are going to have to hope for a miracle. First, they're going to have to score a touchdown in a hurry. They are in desperation mode. The pass to the right side of the field is complete. There's a broken tackle and a 1st down, and he will scoot out of bounds to preserve time. You're pretty smart right there. Anytime you're near the sideline, you need to get out of bounds. That's exactly what he did right there. 1:01 to go. 1st down for San Francisco. The pass is complete. He will take it inside the 40. Couple broken tackles and a gain of 16 yards. The 49ers are going to have to be very aggressive here. In my opinion, they need to score before the 30-second mark to really have a chance to pull off an improbable comeback. There's 47 seconds to go. 1st down for the Niners. Pressure gets rid of it, and it falls incomplete. The good news for San Francisco, that will stop the clock. Yeah, that's really the only good news. Unable to make the catch right there. Yeah, the defender probably would have tackled him right away, so they probably would have had to call a timeout anyway, so maybe it is a good thing that it fell incomplete. 2nd and 10. Looking, firing, and it is complete, and it's a 1st down, and he will take it to the 23-yard line, but there's only 29 seconds to go. Yeah, the 49ers are really running out of time. They need to start taking shots to the end zone right now. They're definitely close enough to do that as they are inside the 25 now. 1st down. He's looking deep, and he's got a receiver inside the 10. And that's going to set up 1st and goal. The 49ers call the first timeout with 20 seconds to go. Yeah, good job by the 49er receiver to split the D right there. Runs right by 2 defenders and takes it near the 5-yard line. They really need to score on this play. 1st and goal. This pass is low, and it falls incomplete. That's just a misfire by the quarterback. Yeah, that pass needed to be higher. That's a misfire. Just an inaccurate pass, low of the mark, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and goal for San Francisco. 16 seconds to go. The pass to the right side is complete, and he gets in for the touchdown with 11 seconds to go. Yeah, he was wide open. I don't think the Chargers are going to lose sleep over that play because there's only 11 seconds left, and they are able to recover the onside kick defensively. They will win the game anyway. Extra point is good. It's back to a 7-point game, but as mentioned, 49ers are going to need an onside kick to keep their season alive. And in order to win this game, they will need to recover this. There has not been a successful onside kick all season long. Can the 49ers change that here in the final game of the season? No, they cannot. The Chargers recover the onside kick. And that's going to do it. The Chargers are just going to run out the clock. This is going to be the final play of the season. And that is it. The Los Angeles Chargers are your Retro Bowl champions in 2025. They win it over the San Francisco 49ers by a score of 28-21. Congratulations, the Chargers are the champions of Retro Bowl. Huge congratulations to the Los Angeles Chargers. What a season they had. Just think about it. Yes, they did lose 2 games this season to really bad teams. They lost to the Raiders and the Titans, two teams that did not make the playoffs. But their only two losses came in overtime, right? So, I mean, they didn't lose a single game in regulation this season. So they're definitely worthy of being champions here in Retro Bowl. Meanwhile, for the San Francisco 49ers, they had a great season as well, but unfortunately, they come up one game short. Yeah, it's definitely unfortunate, but the 49ers just turned the ball over too many times in this game. They turned the ball over 3 times, and they only forced the Chargers to turn it over once, so they lost the turnover battle. And it's pretty hard to win games when you lose the turnover battle. So congratulations to the Los Angeles Chargers. What a season this has been. It's definitely been a fun season to call. 10 weeks of the regular season. 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. And the season is now officially over. What a season it was. Yeah, definitely very fun to be calling these games. I had a lot of fun and hope to do it again maybe in the future. We shall see. If you haven't checked out any of the other games this season, make sure to do that, as there have been a lot of entertaining games all season long, including in the playoffs. Pretty crazy to believe that we only had one blowout in the entire playoffs. That was the Ravens-Steelers game in the first round. Every other game this postseason was a one-score game. Pretty crazy to believe, but that's how competitive this Retro Bowl league is. Well, that's going to do it. The Los Angeles Chargers are your Retro Bowl champions. We thank you for watching the Retro Bowl League all season long. For the final time, we say so long. The Chargers defeat the San Francisco 49ers by a score of 28-21. Congratulations, the Los Angeles Chargers are your Retro Bowl champions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.